Brink of Extinction. Urgent calls for action as African penguin declared critically endangered. The African penguin, known for its distinctive black and white plumage and engaging demeanor, is now teetering on the edge of extinction in the wild. The IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature, has escalated the penguin species to critically endangered, signaling a dire warning as this beloved bird inches perilously close to disappearance. As the only penguin species among the 18 globally to earn this alarming status, conservation groups have intensified their calls for immediate action. SANCCOB, BirdLife South Africa, and Blue Marine are hardly newcomers in spotlighting the plight of the African penguin. Yet their efforts have attained new urgency following their collective plea to the South African government and people worldwide as the species faces unprecedented threats. Foremost among these dangers is a drastic reduction in the penguin's primary food sources, sardines and anchovies, affected by the dual challenge of climate change and competitive overfishing. Despite existing no-take zones intended to buffer against commercial fishing enterprises, recent research contends that such measures are presently insufficient for the species' protection. Reverberating through the conservation community is the IUCN Red List's daunting statistics. With 163,040 species assessed and 45,321 marked for potential extinction, the listing underscores the grim narrative of global biodiversity while also reinforcing a clarion call for immediate cooperative action across sectors. Current no-take zones, though encircling 6 colonies that account for 76% of the African penguin's world population, have not effectively shielded critical feeding areas. The competing interests of commercial fisheries further exacerbate the penguin's precarious situation. Experts, including Dr. Alastair McInnes of BirdLife South Africa and Dr. Richard Shirley from the University of Exeter, assert that expanded no-take zones can strike a balance, encompassing the penguin's need while consciously mitigating the financial impact on the fishing industry. These revised zones are endorsed as both impactful and practical. In response to the existing zones deemed biologically meaningless, SANCCOB and BirdLife South Africa have catalyzed their fight for the African penguin's future into legal channels. With backing from the Biodiversity Law Center, an action commenced earlier this year against the South African Minister of Forestry, Fisheries, and the Environment. The goal is clear: to replace the current fishery restrictions with scientifically informed alternatives, designed not only to shelter the African penguin's essential feeding grounds, but also to balance economic concerns of the fishing sectors. As the trajectory of the African penguin dangles on the precipice, the weight of these legal and conservation efforts may well tip the scales towards hope and survival for South Africa's cherished avian icon. Thank you for choosing Satori News.